Welcome everyone. Question number 101. The common assumption that all rivets share equally a non-eccentric load is valid at a load equal to the failure load or ultimate strength. Option D is right answer. Question number 102. Which of the following statement is correct? Option A. The welded structures are lighter than riveted structures. Right. Option B. The welding allows the arrangement of structural components in such a manner that the joint provides maximum efficiency. Right. Option C. During welding the member do not get distorted. Right. So option D is right answer, all of the above. Question number 103. Arc welding is a fusion welding. Option A is right answer. In this welding, heat is applied by means of an electric arc struck between the parts to be welded. An electrode is held by a welder. During welding, the electrode melts and fills the gap at that joint. For structural works, only electric arc welding is used. Next, pressure welding. Here, the edges to be joined are heated to the plastic state and then joined by applying an extremely high external mechanical pressure. Then thermite welding. In this welding, a mixture of iron oxide and aluminium called thermite is ignited. Iron oxide reduced to molten metal is deposited at the joint by a mold constructed around the joint. Question number 104. The effective throat thickness in case of incomplete penetration butt weld is taken as 7/8 of the thickness of the thinner part joint. Option B is right answer. Question number 105. The effective area of a butt weld is taken as the product of the effective throat thickness and effective length of the butt weld. Option C is right answer. Question number 106. The effective length of a butt weld is the length for which the throat thickness of the weld exists. Right. Option A is right answer. Question number 107. A butt weld is specified by effective throat thickness. Option C is right answer. Question number 108. The effective length of intermittent butt weld is taken not less than the 4 times the thickness of the thinner part joint. Option B is right answer. Question number 109. Intermediate butt weld are used to resist shear stresses. Option A is right answer. Question number 110. The longitudinal space between the effective length of the intermittent butt weld is taken not more than 16 times the thickness of the thinner part joint. Option D is right answer. Question number 111. A fillet weld is known as a standard fillet weld when its cross section is 45-degree isosceles triangle. Option C is right answer. Question number 112. A fillet weld is known as a special fillet weld when its cross section is 45-degree isosceles triangle. No, it is called standard fillet weld. Question number 113. In a fillet weld, throat is the minimum dimension. Option A is the right answer. Question number 114. The reinforcement of butt weld. Option A is ignored in calculating stresses. Right. Option B increases efficiency of joint. Right. Option C should not exceed 3 mm. Right. Option D is right answer, all of this. Question number 115. The weakest plane in a fillet weld is along the throat. Option C is right answer. Question number 116. A fillet weld whose axis is at right angles to the direction of the applied load is known as end fillet weld. Option B is right answer. Question number 117. A fillet weld stressed in transverse shear is known as end fillet weld. Option B is right answer. Question number 118. A fillet weld stressed in longitudinal shear is known as side fillet weld. Option A is right answer, true. Question number 119. According to Indian standards, if the angle between fusion faces of a fillet weld is 60 to 90 degree, then the effective throat thickness is equal to 1/√2 into size of the weld. Option A is the right answer. Question number 120. The size of deep penetration fillet weld is specified as minimum leg length plus 2.4 mm. Option B is right answer. Question number 121. When the minimum size of the fillet weld is greater than the thickness of the thinner part, then minimum size of the weld should be equal to the thickness of the thinner part. Option A is right answer. Question number 122. The effective length of a fillet weld is taken as actual length minus twice the size of the weld. Option B is right answer. Question number 123. Fillet weld is not used for joining parts if the angle between fusion faces is greater than 120 degree or less than 60 degree. Option A is right answer. Agree. Question number 124. The effective length of fillet weld should not be less than 4 times the size of the weld. Option D is right answer. Question number 125. A welded joint fails earlier than the riveted joint if the structure is under fatigue stresses. Option B is right answer. Wrong. Question number 126. For two plates of equal thickness, full strength of fillet can be ensured if its maximum size for square edge is limited to 1.5 mm less than the thickness. Option A is right answer. Question number 127. Match the correct type of weld given in group B for the statements given in group A. So in group A, option A, structural members subject to direct tension or compression is butt weld. Option D is right answer. In group B, in group A, option B, joining two surfaces approximately at right angles to each other, fillet weld. Option C is right answer. In group B, in group A, option C, a hole is made in one of the components and welding is done around the periphery of the hole is slot weld. Option capital A is the right answer. In group B, in group A, option D, pressure is applied continuously in case of seam weld. Option capital B is right answer. In group B. Question number 128. A structural member subjected to compressive force in a direction parallel to its longitudinal axis is called column, post, stanchion. Option D is right answer. Any one of these. Question number 129. Which of the following is not a compression member? Tie. Tie is the tension member. So strut, rafter, boom all are compression member. Option B is right answer. Question number 130. A strut is a structural member subjected to compression in a direction parallel to its longitudinal axis. Option C is right answer. Question number 131. When a compression member are overloaded, then their failure takes place because of direct compression, excessive loading, bending combined with twisting. Option D is right answer. Any one of these. Question number 132. The axial load which is sufficient to keep the column in a slight deflected shape is called critical load, crippling load, buckling load. Option D is right answer. Any one of these. Question number 133. The failure of a column depends upon slenderness ratio of column. Option D is right answer. Question number 134. When the cross-sectional area of the column is kept constant, the load required to cause failure due to direct compression decreases as the length of the column increases. Option B is right answer. Question number 135. Bulking is defined as the sudden bending of elements or member under compressive stresses. Option A is right answer. Agree. Question number 136. The term strut is commonly used for compression member in the roof trusses. Option A is right answer. Question number 137. A strut is a compression member which is small in length, loaded lightly, vertical or inclined. Option D is right answer. All of these. Question number 138. If small l is the length of the column hinge at both ends and EI is the flexural rigidity, then critical load is equal to pi square EI by L square. Option A is right answer, because in case of column having both ends hinged, the effective length becomes equal to the original length of the column. So option A is right answer. Question number 139. In position restraint condition of column, end of column is not free to change its position. Option C is right answer. Question number 140. In direction restraint condition of column, the end of the column is free to change its position. Option A is right answer, and the rotation about the end of the column cannot take place. Option B is the right answer. So both A and B are correct. Question number 141. Effective length of a column is the length between the points of zero moments. Option C is right answer. Question number 142. The effective length is the supported length of a column. No, unsupported length of a column. So option B is the right answer. Wrong. Question number 143. The effective length of a column L held in position at both ends but not and in direction is equal to length of the column. Option C is the right answer, where capital L is the length of the column. Question number 144. The effective length of a column small l held in position and restrained in direction at one end and the other end effectively rested in direction but not held in position is equal to 1.2 L, where L is the length of the column. Option D is right answer. Question number 145. If I is the moment of inertia of a section about the axis and capital A is the effective sectional area, then the radius of gyration small r of the section about the axis is equal to root over of I by A. Option A is right answer. Question number 146. Slenderness ratio of a compression member is the ratio of effective length of the compression member to the least radius of gyration. Option C is right answer. Question number 147. A column of length small l is hinged at both ends, resistant from lateral displacement at mid height. The critical load of the column is given by. If a column is resistant against rotation at the mid height, the effective length will be equal to the half of the original length of the column. And we know the buckling load of the column is P equal to pi square EI by L E square. If we put the value of effective length L equal to L by 2 in that equation, we will get the buckling load P equal to 4 pi square EI by L square. Option C is right answer. Question number 148. Four vertical columns of the same material, height and weight have the same end conditions. The buckling load will be largest for a column having the cross section of. Option B is right answer. Moment of inertia is maximum for a thin hollow circular section. Question number 149. The slenderness ratio of a single angle strut should be less than 180. Option A is right answer. Question number 150. The maximum slenderness ratio of a compression member which carry loads resulting from wind or seismic forces only is 250. Option B is right answer. Question number 151. In computing the maximum slenderness ratio, the maximum value of the radius of gyration is used. Option A is right answer. Correct. Question number 152. The maximum slenderness ratio of a compression member which carry loads resulting from the dead loads and superimposed load is 180. Option A is right answer. Question number 153. Which of the following statement is wrong? Option A. When the unsupported lengths of the columns are reduced by providing intermediate supports, then the smaller section may be used at a higher average stress. Right. Option B. In a rolled steel I section, the radius of gyration about y-axis is much more than the radius of gyration about x-axis. No, radius of gyration about y-axis is much smaller. Option C. When a column is subjected to different bending moments in two directions, the greater value of radius of gyration should be kept in the direction of greater moment. Right. The statement given in option B is wrong. Question number 154. The average axial stress in the column at the time of its failure is less than the yield strength of the material. Option B is right answer. Question number 155. The Euler's formula for column is valid for large slenderness ratio. Option C is right answer. And Euler's formula is valid for long columns only. Question number 156. The column having very large slenderness ratio fell in elastic buckling. Option A is right answer. True. Question number 157. The effective length of a structural steel compression member of length capital L effectively held in position and resistant against rotation at one end but neither held in position nor resistant against rotation at the other end is 2L. Option D is right answer. Question number 158. The effective length of a column with one end effectively held in position and resistant against rotation and partially resistant against rotation but not held in position at the other end is 1.5L. Option C is right answer. Question number 159. According to Euler's formula, the critical stress sigma shear in a column for elastic buckling is given by. Look, we know the buckling load by Euler's formula P equal to pi square EI by L square. Okay. E is the Young modulus of column material, I is the moment of inertia of the column section, and L is the effective length of the column. Okay. And we also know that L effective by R, which is known as slenderness ratio. L is the effective length of the column and R is the least radius of gyration. Okay. So from that equation we can write P equal to buckling load P equal to pi square E into A R square, because we know this relation I equal to A R square. A is the cross sectional area of the column, so we can write this. So if we take this A from here, so we can write P by A equal to pi square E divided by LE by R whole square. Okay, so P by A equal to critical stress. Okay, so sigma CR equal to pi square L effective by R square. Okay, this is the formula of critical stress for a column subjected to buckling load. Option B is right answer. Sigma CR equal to pi square EI by LY R whole square, where E is the Young modulus, small l is the effective length of the column, and small r is the radius of gyration. Question number 160. When the slenderness ratio for the column is less than or equal to the minimum slenderness ratio, then the failure of column occurs by inelastic buckling. Option B is right answer. Question number 161. The tangent modulus formula for buckling load WCR of an axially loaded column is pi square E T I divided by small l square. Option A is right answer, where capital ET is equal to tangent modulus of elasticity. Question number 162. Rankins Gordon formula for buckling load is adopted for columns having slenderness ratio more than 120 and less than 200. Option C is right answer. Question number 163. In order to determine the allowable stress in axial compression, the Bureau of Indian Standard has adopted secant formula. Option C is right answer. Question number 164. The formula which takes into account any initial crookedness of the column and imperfectness of axial loading is secant formula. Option C is right answer. Question number 165. Which of the following statement is correct? Option A tubular section is most economical for the column free to buckle in any direction. Right. Option B, the radius of gyration for the tubular section in all directions remains same. Right. Option C, the solid round bar is less economical than the tubular section. Option right. So option D is right answer, all of the above. Question number 166. The tubular section of a column has high local buckling strength. Option B is right answer. Question number 167. Which of the following is best compression member section? Tubular section. Option D is right answer. Question number 168. The single rolled steel I section and single rolled steel channel section are widely used as column. Option B is right answer. Disagree. Question number 169. A short column of external diameter capital D and internal diameter small d is subjected to a load W with an eccentricity small e causing zero stress at an extreme fiber. The value of eccentricity E must be. Look, this is a short column of external diameter capital D and internal diameter small d. Okay, and this is the CG of this column. So the load W at eccentricity of E. Okay, from load to CG of this column. Okay. So to have no tension or for no tension condition, the minimum combined stress, which is direct minus bending, will be greater than equal to 0. Okay, for no tension condition. So if we do the calculation, combined direct stress W by A is the area of the cross section of the column, and M is the bending moment, Z is the section modulus. Okay, so if we find out, bending moment will be W into E and section modulus Z will be equal to pi d to the power 4 minus small d to the power 4 by 32 capital D, and area A equal to pi d square minus small d square by 4. We put all the value in this equation, we will get the eccentricity E greater than equal to capital D square plus small d square divided by 8 capital A into capital D. Option B is right answer. Question number 170. The effective length of continuous compression member is adopted between 0.7 to 1 times the distance between the center of the intersection. Option A is right answer. Question number 171. When a single angle strut is connected to a gusset plate with one rivet, then the allowable working stress corresponding to the slenderness ratio of the member is reduced to 80%. Option C is right answer. Question number 172. When a single angle strut is disconnected with two or more number of rivets, its effective length is adopted as 0.85 times the length of the strut center to center of the intersection of each end. Option C is right answer. Question number 173. When a single angle strut is disconnected with two or more number of rivets, then the allowable working stress corresponding to the slenderness ratio of the member is not reduced. Option D is right answer. Question number 174. A discontinuous compression member extends between the two adjacent joints only. Option A is right answer, correct. Question number 175. Tacking rivets in compression member are used if the maximum distance between the center of two adjacent rivets exceeds 32 T or 300 mm, whichever is less, where T is the thickness of the outside plate. Option D is right answer. Question number 176. In case where cover plates are used, tacking rivets are provided at a pitch in a line not exceeding 32 times the thickness of the outside plate or 300 mm, whichever is less. Option C is right answer. Question number 177. When the plates are exposed to weather, the pitch in line should not exceed 16 times the thickness of the outside plate or 200 mm, whichever is less. Option A is right answer, correct. Question number 178. The minimum radius of gyration of the single angle section is much less than the other section of the same cross sectional area. Option A is right answer. Question number 179. The single angle sections are used for small trusses and bracing single plane trusses having gusset plates in one plane. Option D is right answer, all of these. Question number 180. The built up section are used because they provide large cross sectional area, special shape and depth, sufficient large radius of gyration. Option D is right answer, all of these. Question number 181. In roof trusses, the most frequently used section is two angle section placed back to back. Option A is right answer. Question number 182. When large radius of gyration is required, a two channel section placed at a distance apart with flanges outward should be used. Option A is right answer, correct. Question number 183. Match the correct answer from group B for the statements given in group A. In group A, option A column is said to be short if its slenderness ratio is less than 60. Option capital D in group B. In group A, option B, a column is said to be long if its slenderness ratio is between 60 to 80. Option capital A in group B. In group A, option C, for a strut, the slenderness ratio is 110 to 130. Option capital B in group A. In group A, option D, for rolled beam section compression members, the slenderness ratio is 70 to 90. Option capital C is the right answer in group B. Question number 184. The allowable working stress for rolled steel beam section compression member may be assumed as 100 Newton per millimeter square. Option C is right answer. Question number 185. The allowable working stress for struts may be assumed as 60 Newton per millimeter square. Option A is right answer. Question number 186. The buckling load in a steel column is inversely proportional to the slenderness ratio. Option C is right answer. We know buckling load by Euler's formula P equal to pi square EI by L square. Okay, L by R is the slenderness ratio. L is the effective length of the column and R is the least radius of gyration. Okay, and we also know that moment of inertia I equal to A R square. So if we put the value of I in that equation, we will get P equal to pi square E into A R square divided by L square. So we can also write P equal to pi square E into A divided by LE by R whole square. Okay, and LE by R is also known as slenderness ratio. So we can also say that the buckling load is related to the slenderness ratio of the column and inversely proportional to the buckling load of the column. Question number 187. The lateral system used in built-up columns to carry transverse shear force is lacing, batten plates, perforated plates. Option D is right answer, any one of these. Question number 188. The common section used in lacing is rolled steel flat, rolled channel, rolled angle. Option D is right answer, all of these. Question number 189. A single triangular system is formed in case of single lacing. Option A is right answer. Question number 190. When the components of built-up column are connected by a lateral system, the reduction in buckling strength due to shear deflection is more than that of solid built-up columns. Option C is right answer. Question number 191. The angle of inclination of lacing bars with the longitudinal axis of the component member should not be less than 40 degree and more than 70 degree. Option A and B both are correct. So option C is right answer. Question number 192. According to IS 800 1984, the lacing bars should resist a transverse shear equal to 2.5% the axial load in the member. Option A is right answer. Question number 193, which of the following statement is wrong? Option A, in single lacing the thickness of flat lacing should not be more than 1/40th the length between the inner end rivets. Right. Option B, in double lacing the thickness of the flat lacing should not be more than 1/60th length between the inner end rivets. Right. Option C, in riveted construction effective length of lacing bars in single lacing is adopted as the length between inner end rivets. Right. So option D is right answer, none of the above. Question number 194, the slenderness ratio of the lacing bar for compression member should not exceed 1/4/5. Option C is right answer. Question number 195, in a double lacing the lacing flats are placed to form a single triangular system. No. Option B is right answer. Question number 196, in a riveted construction effective length of lacing bars in double lacing is adopted as 0.7 times the length between inner end rivets. Option B is right answer. Question number 197, the battening is preferred when the column is axially loaded and the space between the two main components is not very large. Option C is right answer, both A and B. Question number 198, the batten plates used to connect the components of built-up column are designed to resist the longitudinal shear. Option A is right answer. Question number 199, the number of batten plates should be such that it divides the column longitudinally in at least 3 parts. Option B is right answer. Question number 200, the effective length of a battened column should be increased by 10%. Option B is right answer.